Well, there are not that many things that would make me just randomly appear after disappearing for like 4 months from the YouTube. And I mean, some of you know where I've been. I'll talk about that a bit later. But first and foremost, huge, massive, gigantic news for your empty fans all over the globe. And if you'll excuse me, I'll keep the camera with a shitty quality here because I don't have many slots in my laptop. But this got announced today. Like it says 1 p.m. I got bombarded by this thing like an hour ago. I was like, what the fuck? So I went and read it. This looks legit. So let me just read it with you. This is gonna be a reaction video, not that many of those on this channel. Your Empty Absolute Edition returns October 27th for the 20th anniversary. In an alternative history, 1950 Soviet Kiev, never confirmed, but developers are Ukrainian, so sure, whatever. Most of the city population has mysteriously vanished, and uncontrollable horrific mutants roam its abandoned streets. Fate has brought you face to face with the ominous emptiness of a dead city that watches its only visitor with unwavering attention. Face bizarre enemies born from propaganda, science, and madness as you uncover the truth behind the catastrophe and try to make things right. Just in time for the 20th anniversary, Your Empty has been revitalized for modern systems with fixes, new features, quality of life additions, including all official localizations, which is wild. We'll get to that in a moment. Our team carefully went through the entire game whilst faithfully preserving the intent of the original release. Coming October 27th, courtesy of Zoom platform of all people. I don't know who Zoom platform is. Is this the Zoom that is the browser? Maybe. People in my chat said that, in my Discord said that Zoom platform releases tend to be pretty decent. So cool. We'll go here in a moment. But yeah, Epic Games Store soon. GOG maybe? Anyone? They even have the prices. Absolute Complete Edition, $10. Why shouldn't you buy that? Like, really. Let's watch a trailer.
Many might think that what happened means the dream has failed. But in fact, a new personality has appeared. This is delightful. I've been waiting for you.
Actually, have not watched the video yet. Only watched the screenshots on Steam page. Should we go to just? I will put the video. Actually, wait, hold on a second. If I do that, I'm not sure if the video is going to be visible if I full screen this. So I'm not going. There is so many features in this. It is ridiculous. But yeah, general improvements, achievements, which is cool. I mean, I like achievements. Definitely 100%ing this one. Controller support for modern and legacy controllers with 3 presets to choose from, thanks to SDL. Fixed countless rendering bugs and crashes that were present in original release. I think patches 1, 2, and 3. 3 is like an unofficial one, fixed a lot of that. And there was still tram crash. And just, if you've seen me speedrunning this game, you know that sometimes on certain levels, game will just randomly crash. So that's definitely a thing. Rendering bugs, I would assume, is the black floor, which, like, the black floors, like, if you go here and just type black, Black screen. Okay. Screen goes black. Floor textures missing, mostly black, pure black, black, completely black, but there doesn't seem concise fix for that. Just pitch black, mostly black, and yeah, and so on. And then in some comments, there is sub comments which, while I help the initial comment, the other one comes in and is like, hey, the textures are black, black textures on the ground. Yeah, it's just the way this game has been made is just gets worse and worse with each year. And I wanted to update this tutorial because it was made 10 years ago, which is ridiculous to think. And it did help a lot of people, but as time goes on, Windows becomes more and more shitty, and graphical cards also becoming more and more different. The discrepancy with AMD APIs just changes so much. So the issues they change. There are different solutions to problems, which I know for original game now. I never posted about that, or I posted in the comment section here. But some of it I never figured out how to do. Which I wanted to make a video on. I don't think I'm gonna be making a new video on this now that this is out. But yeah, sorry, my laptop crashed in the middle of recording this, and then I also wasn't recording audio, so I'm like kind of all around the place here. But yeah, uh, other rendering bugs might be the flashing screen. Again, most of the rendering bugs are AMD related because this game just hates AMD API. I think they might have had an NVIDIA partnership at the time they were working on this, and as a result, it just works perfectly fine on modern NVIDIA graphical cards, but AMD just gets worse and worse as the time goes on. Improved loading times by 800%, which is crazy, you think. Like, things like this makes me think that they have source code. This is not a reverse engineering situation, as with, Blood release being done by Night Dive. On some point, I think they got source code now. Maybe I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. But like, if you played this game or watched my videos, speedruns, whatever, you know that the loading times take around 8 to 10 seconds most of the time. Sometimes they take like 2 or 3, and it's just absolutely random. In the early days of speedrunning, I had to manually cut the times down, and then I wrote the load remover. But this is insane. This is the things that I wasn't able to find digging in the game's LUA scripts, which I done at some point trying to figure out the black floor. But it's just here. The old game just becomes obsolete, I would imagine. Engine upgrades, yeah, I mean, sure. They most certainly have the access to the engine. Because the engine that they use, it's called DS2, it's the Digital Spray Studios, and it's DS. What's it called? I don't remember. It's like DS2 in the processes in Windows. Full support for all modern resolutions. Updated the game code to support every widescreen resolution. Game HUD, menus, weapons, and videos are no longer stretched and adapt to any resolution. Adjustable FOV, which was, you could do that with the configuration. So they probably moved it from the script into like a proper setting, which I would imagine you can easily mod on the original version. I just when I did this, I never did this, but my friends did when they were playing this game. I just told them fix this file, but you can create menu instances. But if they have engine, they can do anything. Optional FPS limiter. I don't think this is necessary, but it's cool to have that. Up to 8 times MSAA and 16. Yeah, it's just consistent frame times. This is quite huge, actually, because what I believe this is if you know this game, it has few compounding issues. Not only that it's like kind of hard to run on the modern systems, but also a lot of people come and scream, the game is like shaky, it's unplayable, it's like the movement is like so jittery. But then it is just tied to CPU uptime. But I think what this suggests is that CPU uptime affected the frame time. Because if you were to go like into any speedrun and you would go to like a cutscene level,
Didn't grab health there.
Shut up. Like, let's just any cutscene which isn't spoilery, like elevator rides, train rides. Like this train ride can be slightly faster or slower for no good reason. The NPCs talking can be slower or faster for no reason. Like this, where's this goddamn guy? Like this dude, like his cutscene can finish before he done talking, or it can be finished after he's done talking. You've been sitting there for like 10 seconds. So I think what this confirms is this was just the frame time being ass, which is weird. But hey, I'm up for that. I'm up for not having RNG in my speedrun game. Um, yeah, camera jittering. Yeah, again, this is rendering bug, but also I would imagine this is all connected because camera jittering has to do with frame time and PC uptime. Improved windowed mode, not sure what about that. Probably borderless, because windowed mode was just fine in original. But here is the holy grail of this entire thing. You could just do this, and nobody would want anything more. But you've done so much more, or you claim you've done so much more. We're yet to see that. The rendering for NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel GPUs are now on par with each other. Hallelujah. This is exactly what I already said. This makes this thing totally pointless unless you want to play on your modern system, the original game. But at this point, just get a bloody virtual machine with Windows 95 and play it there, like with emulated, you know, NVIDIA graphic card. I'm pretty sure you can do that. Remove need for externally installed prerequisites and deprecated Windows APIs. I'm not sure what this is about, but sure, this is always good. Because I think the Russian release had the what's it's called, the bane of all existence, the anti-piracy software, which is an absolute crapshoot. God, I forgot the name. Star Force, that's the name. It was absolutely horrendous, and you know, a lot of abandonware games which I check every now and again, when they have Star Force, you gotta be extremely careful with patching them because Star Force can just like fuck your Windows up so much if it detects that you're fucking with it. It's crazy. Quality of life options, toggleable HUD via hotkey. This is for cinema speedruns. Really good for screenshots and such. Automatic fade out HUD when not shooting. Interesting. Reduced camera bob. Again. Sprinting. This is like, I already read all that, but I'm still like, when I read this for the first time, I was like, what the fuck? This was added due to criticism of original release walk speed being too slow. Your empty was not originally designed with sprinting in mind. There might some instances where pacing is off while this option is enabled. Again, absolutely correct. Every time I was running this game on a marathon, I would mention if it's a sprint percent. But hey, there is a sprint option somewhere in files, and the sprint mod enables it, blah blah blah, where the sprint mod, no sprint mod. It's like significantly faster, but you like can make some crazy skips with like no brain power required whatsoever. And I was always saying that it was probably there for debugging purposes. I wonder how they implemented it. If it's the same way I did it, because I think. Oh, it's the yeah. I made another video after this one where the fix was like not 10 minutes long, but like a couple minutes long. Just take files and insert it, and it had the sprint, which I did just times 2 speed on the shift limitless sprint. I wonder if it's like in the same manner that they've done it. If you read this far, you're probably interested in technical side of things. You're in luck. We'll be publishing a blog post before release covering some of the technical work and challenges our team tackled to bring this release to modern systems. I'll be looking forward to this one. I'll be reading this and updating you guys on what they've done again. Because This is I'm speechless. This just dropped in the middle of nowhere on in the middle of August. But yeah, if you go to Steam, we can have a look at screenshots. Looks absolutely amazing. Uh, I'm not sure. Like this looks a bit strange to me, but maybe it isn't. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Again, this looks pretty good. I think they touched up the. Oh yeah, it might be the extra texturing quality. Nice stuff. Oh, this floor, like when you have black textures, this area is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. 26 screenshots. Doggo. Yeah, it doesn't look like they went AI upscaling for anything, really. Like this looks pretty original and not touched up. It's like kind of an old resolution and they just ran with it, which is, I'm all up for that. Better have, a worse quality image than the image which, ruined by upscaling. Oh, this is now says tab. I don't think this says tab normally. But yeah, October 27th, approximately 2 months. Here it pretty much says the whole same thing. Again, we already read that. Here are all the favorite enemies that we have. I wonder if they will be putting any, you know, cut content into somewhere. Restored, rejuvenated, rearmed. Yep. Minimal requirements: Windows 10, 1 gig RAM, 6 gigabyte space available. That's a lot. This game is like 3 gigs. Why 6? But I mean, sure. So yeah, it doesn't look like they messed with anything bad. There's a lot of developers on this one. Digital Spray, which is original devs, then Mandel Art Planes, who I don't know who is, then Zoom Platform Media, which I already said, or maybe said in the cut part. I don't know who they are, but people in my Discord say their releases are pretty decent. And then Jordan Freeman Group, which is, I guess, just links back to Zoom Platform. What did they do? Popular titles: Dinosaur Adventure, Obsidian, Eraser. That's a lot of old stuff. Well, not so much. Arthur. Actually, no, quite a lot. 56. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, they have all the languages that this game had. There's no Ukrainian dub, funnily enough, even though this game was made in Ukraine. I've only heard of Czech dub. I never heard of Polish dub of this game. The fact that all of them are gonna be in the same bundle is like ridiculous. Accessibility features, difficulty save anytime, camera comfort, stereo sound, playable without QTEs, playable at your own pace. Interesting. I've not seen this on Steam. I've not been logging onto my PC for quite a while. Um, but yeah, you guys, if you're interested and you're empty, and a lot of you I know are because you joined this channel because of this game. It's one of the few games on this channel which people really care about. Um, go and wishlist this. I'm not logged in the browser, but I made sure to do that. I'm gonna be making sure to, pre-purchase this, even though pre-purchasing is, a bad practice. There might not be pre-purchases. They might just drop it on day one and be like, hey, now you can buy it. But if they make a pre-purchases, I will pre-purchase it. God, that's a lot of word pre-purchase. But yeah, you're empty on Steam finally. It's been a meme for a while. It's been said, hey, it's on GOG. Shut up. It's been on GOG wishlist with like 5,000 plus requests, I believe. 3.4k upvotes, and I upvoted this as well. Like, they might put it here. It really depends whether or not they care about piracy. But yeah, the old game is going to be obsolete. I really am struggling because this looks really good and faithful. I'm really struggling to find a reason why you would want to play original over this if this is as good as it sounds. It sounds really good. And given the fact that they promised a technical blog post on everything, maybe even a video, makes me very, very, very comfortable saying that this is likely going to be an absolute banger. And for everyone who, enjoyed this game in the past or wanted to play it but had issues due to, various AMD fuckery, this is the time to play it. Mark your calendars, October 27. I really do hope that they deliver. And for all of you who wanted to listen about that, I have nothing more to add on this topic. Just gonna quickly address an elephant in the room I've been missing. And, I haven't really been silent on the matter of why I was missing. I did actually, mention this on the last video that I uploaded on this channel. I had kids born, and now I have twins who are 3 months today. So that's, I guess, a birthday present for them. You're empty. And the release of this thing happens. Sorry for a bad camera quality. I can't be fucking bothered to swap it back. And it releases in October, where I think I'll be comfortable enough to stream or do videos on a somewhat regular basis, as in I can maybe squeeze 5 hours of stream a week or something like that. I don't want to make loud promises. I definitely can't be coming back to streaming anytime soon because life is happening and there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing and I'm involved in. And 2 kids is a lot of work, and God bless my wife doing a lot of work, and I'm just trying to help her with all of that. But yeah, whenever this releases, I'll be covering this, definitely playing this, streaming this, anything this. And when when they post a blog post, I will be covering that as well. So yeah, that was a small update. I wasn't expecting to, making an update video today when I woke up, but here I am. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll be seeing you whenever I'll be seeing you. Goodbye.